Okay, hello everyone. This week we will be tackling the three branches of government, but one branch per week. This week we will be tackling the legislative branch, which is chapter 4. We're going to look at the leaders that are within Congress as far as identifying who each one of these individuals are, which you see the pictures to the right, and what their duties are, what their political affiliations are, so that when you see these individuals in news, you will know exactly who they are. And I'm pretty sure looking over at the pictures, you're familiar with a few of them, at least two. Well, I'll say at least one, if no one else, and that's a lady in pink, because she has been a very vital part of not only this administration, but the administration previous and previous to that. We will also, within this chapter, as you're reading, you will come across how the legislative branch is actually organized, what functions it has, duties and obligations, oversight, and we will also go into how many seats, because you hear about this on the news a lot, about, okay, well, right now we have a 50-50 division in the Senate. And so this is when I go over the leadership as well as the breakdown of those House of Representatives as well as the senators or the Senate. You'll begin to see how that plays. And what's especially unique about this Congress, which is the 117th Congress, is that, again, in the Senate is split, meaning there's 50 Republicans that are holding seats and there's 50 Democrats that are holding seats. And so what that really means is that it's almost like there's no really true power, but it is, because what happens is the vice president is the actual, I'll say, person in charge or governs the Senate. So if there's ever to be a vote that is, as far as if it's tied, say 50 Republicans are voting on something, 50 Democrats are voting on something, then the vice president actually steps in and breaks that tie. But what's unique here is that the president is of the Democratic Party, so therefore it makes it where the Senate is controlled by the Democratic Party. And I'll explain it further within the lecture for next week. So moving forward, you will also, well, I will also cover the steps and the processes for a bill becoming a law. I know within the textbook there's the diagram and it looks all so cumbersome, which of course sometimes it can be, but I have a video that I'm going to share with you during the lecture that will really make it more simpler and easier to understand the process, because it's almost like a flow chart. If you pass go, then you go to the left, or if you come across this, then you have to stop and divert to the left. It's just a lot of things. So the video will really really assist with helping you to understand really how that process goes. I will also show you a filibuster video, which is really short, and it explains really what it entails, really what happens on the Senate floor. On the House floor, I'll explain it because it's a little different, but the filibuster is really whereby the debates get really tricky. And so the short video will really explain about how filibusters are conducted. The longest one, it just gives you a little history really quickly. And then we'll close the chapter with looking at what is involved with when we have the census, which is every 10 years, and how it impacts redistricting, especially in congressional redistricting, which determines how many representatives we have in a particular state or in a district, and it even is not only on a federal level, but it also impacts on the state level. So we'll also talk about gerrymandering, and as far as how that works, and I will also include a video that talks about gerrymandering, and so that it's a little more clearer as far as where it came from, how it's developed, where in the world did the word or the name of gerrymandering come from. So it's a video that will actually give that explanation as far as how it all came about, and really how taking the census too is really important, or participating in it. So this is an overview of chapter 4. Take care.